We are here now with supermodel Beverly Johnson, the first African-American woman to grace the cover of Vogue. She is telling all about her groundbreaking career and life in her new memoir, The Face That Changed It All. We're going to talk to her in just a moment, but first, here is a look at her history-making career. She's the powerhouse supermodel with stunning good looks that help define a generation. In 1974, at the age of 21, Beverly Johnson made history and broke color barriers, becoming the first African-American woman to grace the cover of American Vogue. More than 500 covers later, in a career spanning nearly 4 decades, Johnson has more than cemented her place in fashion history. Now, in her new memoir, The Face That Changed It All, Johnson is opening up about her early years growing up in Buffalo, New York, her meteoric rise to fame, as well as her recent return to the headlines in December as one of the more than 24 women who have accused comedian Bill Cosby of drugging them or sexually assaulting them.
It was almost like a family member had betrayed me. It was such a huge sense of betrayal for me. These women gave me the courage to come forward.
To date, Cosby has not been charged with a crime in connection to the accusations of drugging and sexual assault, and his lawyers have dismissed the allegations. And Beverly Johnson joins us now. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me.
We just heard you say in the piece that you felt like Cosby was a family member who had betrayed you.
Yes.
You called him back then. You never got to speak with him. You just spoke with his wife.
Yes.
What would you say to him now?
I forgive you.
What do you think should happen to Bill Cosby?
Well, I'm going to leave that to the Justice Department. And I just feel that he's a lightning rod for a much bigger conversation. And that conversation would be the rape culture in America.
You also write so much about your life as a supermodel, and it really sounds like all the things we hear about are true: cigarettes, champagne, and drugs. Does that pretty much sum it up?
Yes, and no food. You left that part out.
What
yes.
did you eat?
Nothing. We thought water was fattening back then.
So,
yes.
So how did you sustain yourself?
Youth.
Youth. But describe what a typical day was like.
Well, a typical day is, waking up at 5 a.m. and going on shoots and, traveling the world and working with amazing photographers. I do remember sleeping a lot in between shooting, but it was just a wonderful career. Of course, what happens with the wonderful career, you have a personal life also. So I got married very young at 19 years old, and I had an ex-husband that didn't get the meaning of ex, and and that kind of was a little complicated. But basically, it was really an extraordinary life.
Extraordinary, extraordinarily glamorous and incredible, but also painful. I mean, the drug addiction was real and serious and life-threatening.
Well, absolutely. I think that people, and particularly in the 70s, remember it wasn't addictive, and that it, increased your intelligence, and
it made your eyes sparkle.
And it made
I read
your
you wrote
eyes
that.
sparkle,
You thought you looked better when you were on drugs.
And you lost your appetite. So, I mean, we know more now than we did then. We lost a lot of people too, and we are still losing a lot of people to the drugs.
You say the 70s, but is that culture in the modeling world, in the fashion world, still happening now?
I don't know. I'm not there in it, but hopefully people understand the complications of drugs and the dangers of drugs, and we hope, and basically that's why I really wanted to do my memoirs, and that's why I really wanted to share my sobriety with everyone.
How'd you turn your life around? How did you find sobriety?
Well, I found sobriety in a 12-step program, and I found sobriety with the spiritual path that I started to go on, and also with the strength of my daughter and my family, and also just wanting to have the life that I always wanted, and the life I think I deserved.
Well, you certainly put it all on these pages. It's an incredible read. Beverly Johnson, thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you so much for having me.
The Face That Changed It All is in stores now.